Hello and welcome to my shop. This is Jim Dedman, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs. Hope you enjoyed today's video. We'll be doing something interesting, so hang around, let's have fun. Good morning. I'm taking a break from my saw project because I've got a repair project to do. I use two different microphones. This is my boom mic. It's a little relatively inexpensive Vivitar that's on my camera, and it's sort of wonky here. I guess it's sort of busted out of the bottle. So we're going to do a little repair. I have a plan, and I'll bring you along. Cameras are designed around what they call a hot shoe mount that fits on the hot shoe, and evidently right up underneath here there's a screw that fits in it, and it's sort of busted out. It's letting everything get wonky. So what we're going to do, instead of trying to repair the screw, is I'm going to just take the hot shoe mount off. I have a whole different idea I'm going to go about, so we'll get there. Hey folks, here's the plan. I'm going to basically make a collar that fits on the front of the microphone here. And I'm going to make it more that I'm going to have to put it in the mill and mill it back about right here a little bit. And it's all going to be out of Durlin. And I'm going to use a big enough piece of Durlin. This is the piece I'm going to use. It's an 1.25 inches. And I could use even a bigger piece actually. And, but what I'm trying to do is keep the size down. So by putting a hole in the center, I can always take a little off the top, but I really want to mill it that's big enough. That's what my plan is. Let me look sure. Yeah, see, I can cut the slots in it and it still be plenty strong enough backing in. That's the plan, is, use this piece of Durling that I've got and kind of make it go back a little bit. So with that being said, let's get started. Well, in case you're wondering, I've got I also use wireless mic, but I don't use wireless mic all the time. I like on the bench, if I'm doing milling and stuff, when I'm doing YouTube, I prefer to use just the boom mic and not use the wireless. So, depends on what I'm doing. And so, trying to clean up bozo this morning. I just want to skim. Durling's sort of expensive. I could go get my white 1.5 inch piece that I machined down, would be even better, but I don't want it too bulky. So and I'm just going to put like a 1032 screw in it and just lightly hold the mic like that. I'm not going to split it or do anything like that. Basically, I'm just going to drill a hole through it and put 1/4 in one end and such as that. I'm not going to do nothing fancy. I'm not even going to turn the OD. I'm just going to be a quick little mount. So there's the facing job. Okay, now we're going to use this new center drill setup that I made. I've got a couple of these center drills. You know what, people, you got to tighten stuff up. My worst problem in life is when I'm working with such material, not to tighten. See, those particular center drills are good to drill a little larger holes with, so that's why I wanted to do this. And I had it in my rack, and I looked down there, and I just completely looked around it. So it took me a minute to realize, well, I should have put it there. We're just going to take a 1/2 inch drill, put a quick little 1/2 inch hole in it. Again, this is Durlin. It's not having to be perfect. And we're going to drill this about a little bit, maybe 2 1.5 inches or so. And so there we go. And that's it. We got a nice little hole in that piece of plastic there, darling. I'll bring you back. I already done a pre-bore with my little bitty bar that everybody sees, so that may just be enough with the pre-bore. Let me go grab I just run the board bar in there, didn't turn the camera on. Let me grab my mic. I think it'll be all right, but I'm gonna go back in since that bar has, got nothing to it. I'm gonna take a spring pass in and out, just enough to make it a little looser fit. I mean, we're gonna hold this with screws and stuff, so it doesn't really matter where it's perfect. Like most things, I like to bore in and bore out when I'm trying to maintain somewhat of a finish. And also, when you can do like a lot of the people push on it and all this, if you do it this way, when you bore, you take all your spring out with your measurements. If you're really trying to hit a number of going this way, it works a lot better for you. So, and then we'll just check it. Of course, I got to make sure that I'm not going to measure as much as I just want to make sure this fits in there real. There, that's good. There's a screw up underneath here, and it's got to allow for that. All right, now let me do a little bit of math. Okay, I'm just reminding myself a couple of things. One, that's just a little bit too big. If you're, right here's a handy thing to have is some of these welding type tools set up on handles. I really use them, I really like them, so that's a handy thing. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to drop the cutoff tool in, probably have to pull it out a little bit, and I bored this a good bit of depth to it, so hopefully I'm going to be deep enough when I pull this measurement. We're going to cut this off at 3/4. I'm just going to make sure I got enough space here. First, with Durling, you don't have to be as fussy about speeds and cutoff speeds and all that good stuff as you do steel and aluminum. It just pretty well rips through it, and there's just, So we're going to cut this off, and this is going to be the face right at 3/4. Well, here's what happens when you forget your backboard. Beauty of working with Durling, it is really forgiving. I could have made this out of aluminum, but I may have an inch and a quarter piece of aluminum. I've got this material, and I wanted it to not contrast with the camera, so there we go. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to deburr this right quick. I'm not going to put it in. It's got that set in there on parallels, and just took a parallel, set it and tighten it a little bit. What I'm going to do, I'm going to probably do this in 2 steps. I'll probably flip it over and take the mill and cut the back piece out. Cut like a third out, slide it over. So to do what I want to do now, I know where I want my holes, so I got to go ahead and get these edges found, and I'll bring you back. I've got it set up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill. I'm right on the center line of the part, and I'm just going to go in here, and I'm not going to use the center drill. I'm just going to bump it, and I'm going to drill the first hole for the 1/4-20. For the screw mount, very carefully, obviously, because I ain't holding this very good. Go right down here and touch just a bit. We'll change the drill, and we'll put the smaller drill in for the 1032. Drill it all the way through. This way, everything will be directly in line. The top screw, the one I'm drilling right now, is going to be the bottom of the mount. This is where the camera is actually going to sit. I'm going to go have support behind it, but just to make it simpler to machine, we're going to drill it this way. See, this is the one that's going to hold the microphone in place. Now I'm just going to take this out on the bench and hand tap it. I'm not going to go try to tap it in the mill. It'll just be easier to hand tap. Now what I've got set up here is basically I just got a little old 2-flute end mill, and we're going to just go in. I got it set. We're going to take a 1/4 inch, very gingerly on this plastic. Hopefully you don't have a bozo or something to jerk out. And we're just going to go in a 1/4 inch this way, in line with the hole, and take it out. All right, let me get over to the other side and get set up, then I'll bring you back. I'm doing this just by eyeball. There's no real measurements involved. All I'm doing is I want to take out. So what I'm doing is I'm just milling my 2 points here first out. Then I can just come over a little bit and mill the rest of it out, just a little bit at a time with this plastic. And like I say, the beauty of Durlin, it is really easy to work with. And I just picked a little old end mill up out of the drawer, and we're just kind of cutting this right out, and there's no rhyme, no reason to it. It's just getting it out of there, making a nice flat little spot right there. Okay, let's see how that looks when we get it out of the mill. Okay. So we'll see. We'll slide it up. I'll bring you right back. I hope you enjoyed the video. So let's put a disclaimer out of the way. This video is my idea how to do things. It's not the only way. So I hope you enjoyed it today. The other thing, comments are always welcome. Please take the time, if you feel so inclined, to make a comment on my videos. Also, I appreciate all my subscribers, the new ones and the new ones. And finally, the other disclaimer. This is a copyrighted production of James Dedman, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs, for your enjoyment on YouTube. Thank you. Have a great day, and we will see you in the next video. Here's stage 1. It's deburred and filed. It's got a little hickey there. I'll just turn that around, but that'll work for what we're doing.